Siemanko, ja jestem Dwudziesty, witam was w kolejnym materiale z serii Przysiądźmy do Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Moi drodzy, w dzisiejszym materiale zrobimy sobie zadanie fabularne. Pójdziemy do naszej starej znajomej Katarzyny, która gdzieś tutaj urzęduje w tym lokalu. O, jest.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
Christ, what a day.
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same, but work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Cape Bon, we'll see.
I'll look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. And we have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild even for me.
That's saying something. Well, does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name.
A, dziurka.
Locals call it the hole in...
A, to ja tam już byłem.
Sounds like a nice place for a romantic evening, eh?
You'll find it in Hot Prink. There's...
So, goatskin in the hole in the wall.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Cape on.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Job's council. His family have domains in Moravia. He's here to gather information about the enemy. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again.
I'll do my...
Sure you will. But it can't... Watch out for yourself, Henry.
You're not the only one.
Spoko, ja w tej dziurce jestem już znanym i szanowanym gościem. Pokonałem tam wszystkich wojaków. A, muszę się przebrać, bo oczywiście zaraz mi strażnik do mnie się przyczepi. Dobra, i no dobra. Widzimy się na miejscu. Dobra, jesteśmy.
If you're gonna yell at each other, do it somewhere else.
Musimy znaleźć tego bukłaka, czy jak on tam się zwał. Ale oberżysta nam pomoże.
What are you here for, friend?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
You'd be surprised the people I know.
So you know where I can find him?
Look here, youngster, whether I know him or not, the main thing is I don't know.
No mordeczko, my się już znamy przecież.
I might be a stranger, yeah. But everyone had to come here for the first time once, didn't they?
Well, that's true enough. This alehouse hasn't stood here since the creation of the world. Although some of the guests look... If you need something, ask Chenyek. I just pour ale. And he might even tell you something about that bastard.
You're talking as if he's not here.
Kurwa. Just go and see Chenyek. I don't know nothing.
Okej.
Same to you.
These days, no one's ever really safe.
Czeniek.
Stop beating him.
No co jest? No Jezu, bo tam ci się biją, teraz wszyscy będą patrzeć. Już? O, tak.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
I'll fit right in here. After all, I'm in the trade.
Funny, I ain't seen your mug before, though.
No, I ain't from this neck of the woods. I do business mostly out of Colleen, only the catchpoles there are on my heels. I done in this fucker what owed me a pile of glint, only the bugger turns out to be the son of a councillor, so I needs to lay low for a bit, see? A mate of mine sent me to see Goatskin. Says he owes him from way back and he'd get me fixed up like.
One of ours from Colleen.
No i się
That's
udało.
another story. Our doors is always open to you fellas. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But
Żydzi?
Jews among them. And that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't...
Why did they give him such a big...
Well, Goatskin is a right knobhead. But I reckon this time it was about... The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone...
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. You don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horseman. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
O kurde.
I'm sure you know the town better than me.
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern, and then there's the big bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He talked.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the bright. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
Wpadnę później.
And we'll see what comes of it.
Grand.
Czyli będzie jakieś zadanie dla niego.
I'm sorry.
Dobra. Plan jest taki, że musimy znaleźć tego bukłaka. Tu jest ta karczma i tu jest ta łaźnia tego Adama chyba. Dobra. Myślę, że to załatwimy, tylko musimy po prostu poczekać do nocy. A już w sumie długo nie trzeba czekać, bo już mamy godzinę 16 prawie w grze.
What do you need?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. I hear he hangs around here.
Goatskin? He turns up on the street now and then, but he never shows his face in my alehouse. No Germans come here.
Goatskin's German? I didn't know that.
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't be trusted. What I do know is he likes robbing Deutscher merchant.
Any idea where I might find Goatskin, then?
You could try asking in the bathhouse, behind the yards in Hradek Quarter. They get a lot of well-heeled, and some young wench there's been seeing Goatskin for a while now.
O,
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have something at least. I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be a...
Show me your...
Dobra. Kupię od ciebie 2 piwka.
I'd like to do something. Well, I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Hanka z Pragi.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. I heard he sometimes comes here.
Aye, he turns up now and again. The louse. The bastard's ruining my business. 2 of my customers refuse to come here again.
Let me guess. Germans?
One was for certain. From somewhere in Bavaria he was.
And you wouldn't have some idea where I might find Goatskin, would you? I reckon it...
You bet it would. But if I knew where to find him, I'd wring his neck myself. That bitch Mary's bound to know, though. She denies it, but we all know she's walking out.
I thought you bathhouse girls stuck together.
There's a limit to everything. As soon as you mess with someone's livelihood, you ain't no sis. She can marry that cripple for all I care, but when he robs our guest, she should grab him by the... Oh, never mind.
Thanks then.
If you find him, give him a slap.
Do you get a lot of German...
We used to, from all over the place, but mainly Lausitz. Unfortunately.
Why unfortunately? Aren't the locals good enough for you?
Of course they are, but they've got less coin and they live here. Wayfarers, but there's one who ain't stopped coming. Udo, he's called. But that's all I can tell you about him. He ain't interested in our... services.
He just drinks here.
Drinks and plays dice. Almost every evening.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But stick around and... God be with you, sir.
Zastaw pułapkę na bukłak. O, jest Maria.
God be with you, sir.
I'm looking for Goatskin. Do you know him?
My, you're a good-looking fella. What would I want with some goat skin when I couldn't care less about your...
But I do. And the girl...
So, you're not here to have a good time, Shame. I know goat skin, but don't expect me to tell you anything. He's lying low.
Why is he hiding? Who from?
How should I know? He's never far from trouble. Goes with his...
Where is he hiding?
I don't know. And even if I did, I don't see why I should tell you. That's why he's hiding.
Come on now. Do I really look like someone who'd want to hurt him?
No, you don't.
You see? I'm trying to help Goatskin. But I can't do that if I don't know where he is.
Help him? With what?
With this... situation he's in. It's complicated. And the less you know, the better.
All right. I understand. He gets me into enough trouble as it is.
There you go. So where's he hiding?
There's a yard behind the house leading to a side alley. Right next to it is the Black Horse Tavern. And at the opposite end, you'll see a barn behind a wall. There's a funny little window at the top. That's where.
I'll look for it.
Help him, will you? I'm starting to be afraid for him.
I'll see what I can do.
Take care, my friend.
Dziękuję bardzo.
Good day.
To jest to. No jakoś muszę wejść na tą posesję. Tędy nie wejdę. Tędy też nie. Jak tam wejść?
Sure, I'll tell you, and you drop me in.
No i obkrążyłem to i nie mam jak tam wejść.
That's good.
O! Czyżby mi się udało? Chyba tak. Ha. Dobry jestem.
Well, well. Look who we have here. You must be Goatskin, eh?
What? What are you doing here?
What do you think? Looking for you.
But I'm hiding. I should be talking to anyone.
But I found you. So you're not hidden anymore.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel on his God if he wants.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
O, czekaj, tego nie mam, tylko 20. Mogę tego użyć.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. You know, glint to take off.
I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, you know, promising. But I still need coin. I can't just...
Coin shouldn't be a problem. I know somewhere you can hole up.
Well, I'd like to know what place you have in...
Do you know the Devil's Den?
Aye, but it's a shithole. They ain't too fond of me neither.
Aye, but you're thinking of the band that used to be there. Now it's my comrades who have it under their thumb. Just tell them Henry sent you, and they'll let you stay a while. If you help me, that is.
That don't sound too bad. Folks are getting fed up with me.
Just some information.
All right. Well, what do you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman.
I was doing nothing, but, you know, like...
Does this gentleman have a name?
He does. He's one of them, you know, Jews. Samuel, his name is. He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out, they ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Okej.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about...
What exactly did he say?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed.
And you called yourself a spy?
Watch it, mate. I remember things well enough, but only what they pays me to remember. I ain't gonna, you know, fill my head up with shit that ain't concerned.
Jeez. What is it you did as a spy?
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, you know, like Rutard's place. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? You know, who...
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going, all sorts of nobles, and I'd tell Samuel what colours they was carrying, see? I was good at that. I remember pictures good, you know?
I'll be going then. And you should disappear.
All right, listen, now you've helped me out, it won't be no use to me.
I'm all ears.
I put some things aside. It's a well-hidden stash, but it ain't easy to get to it.
That sounds interesting. Where is it?
In them secret, you know, tunnels under the city.
Tunnels? Secret passage?
I ain't blathering. It's in the passageways beneath the city. I can find it, and if you give me a couple of groschen, I can teach you too. You can clear out my stash, and knowing your way round, you know, underground.
Look, Goatskin, just because I was nice to you once, doesn't mean you can fuck with me now. Tell me what you know right this instant.
Well, no need to fly off the handle, like...
Goatskin, spit it out!
Oh, all right. It's like this. I know them passageways because I got my hands on this map, like. This old thief gave it to me. And when I, you know, got it in my head...
So you're telling me you don't even have the map?
Co za typ.
But I know where it is, like. I flogged it to this thief.
Called himself?
Aye. He was hanged outside the city walls. He's still swinging there. And I know he had that map sewn into his coat. It were his most...
Mam tą mapę.
But watch out. The gallows is guarded to stop quacks cutting off the dead bodies bits.
Thanks. You've been a great help.
That's me, Frun. I'd better be off.
Off you go.
Mam tą mapę, bo ja tam byłem. Rzeczywiście nazywał się Anioł ten wiszący. Dobra, nic od ciebie nie chcę stąd. Piesek. Znikaj. Dobra. Co mamy teraz za zadanie? Porozmawiaj z Samuelem. Samuel jest... tutaj. No dobra, to tam ruszamy w takim razie. Dobra, dotarliśmy na miejsce. To jest ten Samuel.
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
What do you think goy means?
It means you do not belong here.
It means nation in Hebrew. So you're just as much a goy as I am.
Good one. A goy lecturing a Jew on Hebrew. All right. But I suggest you do not repeat it around these parts. Not everyone is as tolerant as I. So, what do you want?
I'm looking for someone called Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about him.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
It isn't just anyone looking for Liechtenstein. It'd be better for Samuel to say what he knows, if he doesn't want any unnecessary trouble.
I do not care who sent you. You will not impress me like that. We play by my rules here.
How can I impress you?
Impressions are worth nothing. I'm only of interest to you, Goyim.
Ale sukces.
To you, I'm just a dirty Jew.
All right. What do you suggest?
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem none of my people can fix. You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies
Yeah, you.
poison wells. They always find some excuse. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
All right. I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
At the start of the day according to my calendar or yours?
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first 3 stars come out.
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today, if you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me, and you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
You'll keep your end of the deal, I hope.
Don't worry. I keep my promises.
Dobra, czyli musimy przeniknąć na antysemickie spotkanie. Po zachodzie słońca się spotykają. Tutaj. Czyli muszę iść w prawo. W prawo. Dobra, jakoś tam dojdę. O! Dotarliśmy. A ten pewnie udaje, że śpi.
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Kurwa, what are you doing, Moishe?
Futsa Kapora, piece of junk! Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Kurde! A ja jestem nieuzbrojony. Nie! Dobra.
Ich deine Gebete, Arschloch. Come on then.
Dobra, szybko poszło.
Wait, wait! Don't kill him! You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein.
Oszukał nas.
No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. Not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my two best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Robi się ciekawie.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Liechtenstein?
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine.
No już się robi sympatycznie.
Take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
Dobra, powiem tak, jeżeli ja będę opowiadał wszystko, co robiliśmy do tej pory, to ja wam to skrócę i tylko pokażę fragmenty, które są inne, które nie są opowieścią poprzednich wydarzeń.
In any case, I must admit, I see his point. He has plans. He wants to take advantage of the truce while it lasts, and he doesn't want to provoke Sigismund into starting warring again. And he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's going to throw away the chance of a fat ransom, or waste a nice opportunity for blackmail.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever is...
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse. I mean, he's not fond of him.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And...
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malyshoff Fortress from the root,
Co jest z obrazem?
And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malyshoff? And if von Berkoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malyshoff Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell three of us conquer a fortress, and one of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malyshoff. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malyshoff belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Tak, gdzie właściwie jesteśmy?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Dziękuję.
Thanks a whole lot. All right.
Good luck. It was... And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
No i okej. Zakończyliśmy zadanie, te do podziemi od Katarzyny. I mamy nowe zadanie. Dobra. Myślę, że tutaj zakończę ten odcinek, ja się stąd wydostanę. I nie wiem, dajcie znać, czy chcecie oglądać kolejną misję fabularną, czy może jeszcze jakieś misje poboczne porobić, bo wiem, że jeszcze trochę ich jest. Dobra, to tyle z mojej strony. Dziękuję za oglądanie. Nie zapomnijcie zasubskrybować kanału, dać lajka i widzimy się następnym razem. Hej!